Where's the beef?
Hello everybody, welcome back to the podcast. My name is Brandon, I am your host, and we've got a little something special for us today. I hate to date the recording, but it is in fact Father's Day as we're recording this, so we figured we'd do a little Father's Day special, and we got a special guest for you. As always, I'm joined by Weaver.
Hello.
And unfortunately no Zach this week. He had some other things to do, like spend time with his family. Who does that? It's gross.
That's stupid.
I know.
Right.
But, yeah, so he's not here. Troy's computer is still fucked as far as I am concerned, as far as I know. So, yeah, he probably won't be back for a little while. But, again, our special guest today is none other than my dad.
Hey, how's it going? Thanks for having me.
Hey, thanks for being on. We really appreciate it. So, why don't you introduce yourself? Let all the people know what you're all about as the resident dad of the show.
Resident dad. Yeah, I'm old. I'm Brandon's dad. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Just a guy. I don't know what you want me to say. Like, I work for a living. I've got a really cool life. Like, everything's just really cool in my life right now. I have an amazing wife. I don't know what you're gonna say. Like, she's standing right here holding a gun to my head. I'm supposed to say that stuff. No, it's just like everything's just really cool. Like, I don't know. My son lives in Minnesota. My son lives across the country. He hates me. He doesn't come home except for like a week at a time. I cry a lot at night, but
don't we all? I'll drink to that. Hell yeah.
I'll crack open a LaCroix to that.
I do need to ask you guys a question, though.
Oh, sure.
Okay, I've been listening faithfully to this, like, since you guys started going weekly. So I guess that was, maybe 5 or 6 episodes ago? I can't remember.
Yeah, a little over a month, I think.
But I have to ask, like, this is important to me. I need to know, like, you guys, like, swear really bad. Not that I'm offended by that, but none of it ever gets bleeped. But I want to know why the word mid gets bleeped continuously.
That's what I was saying.
See, okay.
Mainly because I was the one saying it.
Exactly. Like, is it like a PC thing?
I'm gonna have to bleep that.
I just
no. It's so okay. So the thing is, I cut a pretty important part of that episode where Zach explains the fact that midget's actually pretty offensive. And it's taken as very offensive towards people of smaller stature. So yeah, after he went on his whole thing about that, I just decided it'd be funnier to bleep it.
Oh, but since you cut that part out, though, it didn't make sense. I'm like,
yeah,
he just said F this and F that. I'm like, why is he bleeping mid? Like, it didn't make sense to me.
No context mid bleeping. It's a shame.
Well, yeah,
this PC world we live in.
And it just the worst part was we continued derailing off the topic at hand, and it just got worse. So that's why I cut it when I did, because it was just a massive cut just so we could get back on topic.
I see.
That was one of the ones where you guys decided to really, fuck with me and not stay on topic at all.
That is a theme of the shows, to disrespect Brandon as much as possible.
Yeah.
Well, you came to the right place.
Yeah, my dad's been doing that for 22 years.
Redheaded stepchild, soulless ginger, you name it.
Etc., etc. I'm sure you'll hear much more. But yeah, so we figured, it being Father's Day and all, we'd bring dear old dad on and talk to him about all things dad related, dad culture, dad things, dad fashion, all that.
Dad jokes?
Dad jokes, yes. That was an important one.
See, I don't do dad jokes, though. Like, I couldn't even tell you any. Because I'm actually pretty funny. I'm a pretty funny guy.
Yeah, you like to think so.
Shut it. You laugh. Either that or you got a really bad sense of humor, because you laugh at me.
I mean, it could be. But
Just making me feel bad. Making me feel better.
True. But well, before we get into all that, how's everybody doing? How's your week? Anything exciting happen?
I've been playing Dark Souls this past week, so my stress levels have risen significantly, and I think I have a little bit high blood pressure. But other than that, oh yeah, it's bound to happen. As soon as I get to Executioner Smog and that other dude, Ornstein, once I get to those two,
I really
pretty sure my heart's gonna just pop there.
For some reason, I thought they were actually pretty early in the game. I don't know why.
I mean, if you've watched the speedrun that I just watched earlier today, it was early in the game for that guy, because he just dodge rolled into a wall and then teleported there, so jeez. I don't know. Something like that.
I almost hate watching speedruns because of stuff like that, where they just completely avoid 90% of the game. I'm like, alright, come on.
Well, yeah, there's like the two categories. They have like the any percent, which is where they skip a bunch, and then there's like which is either like 2 hours or like 20 hours. Mm-hmm. But it's just fun watching games get fucking destroyed. So I've just been playing Dark Souls and watching gaming YouTube videos in my week.
Sounds like every week.
Yeah, really though.
Yeah, I guess really the big highlight of my week was that E3 was this week, and we got all the tasty gaming news. Real excited about the new Doom whenever that comes out, because Doom 2016 was fantastic. They announced Skyrim 2, or Elder Scrolls 6. Neo 2, Skyrim. Definitely another one to look out for, and Devil May Cry 5. But, yeah, I really fucking... I don't know, man. Ever since working full-time, I just get home from work and lay down. That's about it. Like,
yeah,
welcome to adulthood.
Yeah, I was going to say, is this what, like, real life is like?
Yep, it sucks.
Gross.
Adulting is hard.
Yeah, man. I sent 2 emails today. I was adulting. To me, I did my laundry.
I did my laundry because all I had was my Rick and Morty t-shirt.
The one with the sauce on it. Oh my god. So how was your week, Dad? What'd you do?
Nothing. I worked all week. Had a big eye appointment at the Veterans Administration, the health department of the VA.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I had an eye test. They checked my eyeballs and said my diabetes isn't making me blind yet.
Nice.
So that's a win. So I mean, I'm looking forward to the eye patch when it happens, but
absolutely.
I guess I still got a couple years still before that. Then I got the dog sit this weekend. The dog just left today, and let's see, Father's Day, went to the Gateway Clipper. Haven't done that in like years. Did you ever go on that? I was trying to remember. Sue and I were talking about it. I couldn't remember if we ever took you. I know I didn't take you because I hadn't been on it in years.
Yeah, no, I think Weaver, did we go for like a school thing? I feel like that was like a field trip we did.
If it was a school thing, I think it was one that I didn't attend because I don't think I've ever been on the Gateway.
I vaguely remember being on it with like kids from my class, so I think it was like an elementary school like field trip or something like that. But I do remember being on it. It was just a long ass time ago.
I was talking about high school. I couldn't remember that far back.
Oh yeah, no, that was like elementary. Like we were real little. I think my mom chaperoned that actually.
Yeah, because the last time I remember being on it was with my grandmother, if that tells you anything.
Oh Jesus.
So, but that was kind of neat. Yeah, it was kind of neat. Got to see some stuff. I mean, same stuff you always see, but there's a little history behind it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it was kind of cool. It was nice. And then, came back home and cut the grass, and now I get the honor of being on the Beefcast. So,
wow, look at you go.
My day has been made. I know, right? Now, technically, is this the end of my week, or is this the beginning to my week? I don't know.
Shit. I mean, I don't know. I guess
it's the beginning of a new era of the Beefcast.
It really is.
Right?
A dawn of a new day. So I gotta ask, since you're counting on the whole eye patch thing for the diabetes, is that like can you make it so it doesn't affect both eyes? Can you just like kind of funnel all of the diabetes into one eye, or
if I do it correctly, what I like to do, I'm trying to. I find that most pirates, the right eye is their dominant eye, but I want to be different, so I want to take out the right eye. So what I do when I'm overloading on my sugar, I lay on my right side, so it all just goes to the right side of my head, and I'm hoping it just affects that eye.
Okay, there we go. That makes sense.
Yeah, I mean,
go ahead.
I was gonna say if you lay on the right side, that's where all the sugar goes, right?
Yeah, I mean, that
I don't know.
Makes sense to me. I don't.
You guys are smart college kids. You tell me. I'm just the old guy. I don't know.
I don't know. It's like tipping a hummingbird feeder on the side or something. I don't know.
All kind of pools in there.
Goes to one side.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. You know.
Hell yeah.
And then you can
Because I
take
wanna
the
be
eye
different.
patch off and have like a concentrated insulin beam from your eyeball.
Just fire it.
Like an,
I could be the cure for diabetes for everybody.
There you go.
Oh no, his sugar's low.
Pew, pew. Oh man. Well, with all that out of the way, I think I would like to move on to everybody's favorite segment. And I know you probably expected this, being that you actually support my dreams and listen to the show. But it is now time for Goblin Time, which we desperately need a theme song for. I think we need to look into making a full segue, a full cut thing for that, because that would be neat.
definitely needs to be 8-bit.
Oh, of course, it's got to be fucking epic nostalgia throwback. So
Okay, I get. Okay, well, after last week's with Zach Landau's answer, I don't think my answer even comes close. But I need to know, you need to define goblin. I'm a nerd from way back. I remember the very, very, very first edition of Dungeons and Dragons. Now I think we were asked one time, is it like a World of Warcraft type goblin where they legit have their own, they can think for themselves and stuff like that, or is it your basic D&D goblin where they're just basically minions? That's what I need to know. You need to specify.
he's just like a little green man with some pointed teeth. Oh, okay, here we go. See, there, I just sent in the comment, or in the chat that we're in. There's a little GIF. You have to hover your mouse over it, but that's a little goblin man. Does it work? He's got a job.
Oh wait, there it is.
Yeah, you hover your mouse over the thing and the.
Oh wait, okay. Well, I mean, he's holding down a job, so I guess he should have rights. But what's he? Okay, now I guess the question is the paperwork that he's filing. What kind of paperwork is he filing? Is he hoard? Is he counting a hoard for somebody else? Is he working for somebody? Is it a real job? Is it I don't know. I don't think I have enough clarification to justify my. I don't know.
That's the thing about goblins. If you ask too many questions about goblins, you get pigeonholed into specific goblin avenues. Just like we're talking about the general concept of the goblin. How do you feel about the goblin as a whole, perhaps?
Well,
there you go.
See, for me, you guys are gonna hate me for saying this, and he's not here to see it, but I'm gonna have to go with Zach on this one. I don't feel that. From what I know, based on the limited information that I have, they're just kind of like rats and vermin. You know what I mean? So I don't feel they should have the same rights as a human.
To think that my own father is a racist, I can't believe it.
I'm not a racist. I am not a racist. They're vermin, dude. I'm sorry. My interpretation of a goblin goes way back. It's you just tell them what to do and they do stuff. It'd be like slave labor. You don't want slave labor. Nobody wants slavery, and that's kind of what they were. That's what they were used for.
Okay, but
well,
then
I just kind of contradicted.
I was gonna say, you just completely went against everything you were saying. What?
Oh shit! Okay, yeah. Then you know what? I'm sorry, Zach. Yes, I guess they should have rights. Then that's not right.
Yeah, fuck you, Zach.
I answered my own question. Never mind. All right.
Win again.
That's what happens. I run my mouth too much and I end up contradicting myself.
I just
then
like
I realize, holy shit, you were actually wrong.
I just like to point out nobody has agreed with Zach so far.
Yeah, right. Even his girlfriend hated him.
Oh, I know. We still love him. He's just weird. But,
Wait, did we ever mention on the show that Goblin is also a South Korean drama?
oh shit! I don't know if we did. Actually, wait.
Yes, actually, you did, because I remember you talking about. You were looking at the pictures and somebody said something about the chick.
Oh,
But yes,
yeah. Wait,
I'm pretty sure you did. I can't remember what episode it was.
Yeah,
what episode it was, but I remember you guys talking about it.
I think I said that whenever we were first doing the segment. It was the first edition of Goblin Time. Yeah. No,
Yeah, when you asked Zach, I think it was. Yeah.
Yeah, I vaguely remember that. Thanks for being the lore master over here, though. I appreciate that.
Whenever
You
we
do
get
realize
a
I'm
wiki
the
up and running, you got to write it all.
Exactly. Yeah,
You do realize I'm the only one that actually listens to this, right?
Hey, that's not true. You get about 20 views-ish.
How do you know it's not me? 20 times.
I mean...
I've been preparing myself for this moment.
You open it up on like
Been
40 different
studying.
tabs and just watch them all at once.
At the same time.
He's been studying all of our questions so that he knows exactly how to respond.
I've been trying to prepare myself for this.
I'm
Like
sorry.
the SAT.
Yeah, right? Taking the GRE prep course. Too real. Well, I guess that's all my introductory stuff out of the way. That went by quick. Well, shit. Let's just jump right into the topic then, I guess. So, as I said before, it is a special day for dads everywhere, and we're just going to talk about some dad stuff, man. Just, ask some questions about dad things and see what a real dad thinks about all of it.
Oh, Jesus. You called me a real dad.
No, look at you.
Define real dad.
I
Not
mean,
fictional?
you created and raised a child. I don't know. I think that's pretty standard.
Well, there are prerequisites, I guess. That has something to do with it.
Yeah, I mean that's usually. Anyway.
Okay. So what you got? What you got? Let's see.
So I don't know if Weaver prepared any, but I have a few dad questions for you. So first question, I would say, what has your experience been with woodworking, specifically the building of either decks or some manner of outdoor wooden device that people stand on?
You probably don't remember, but I actually helped your grandfather build the deck for the pool that he had.
That's the only thing that came to mind when I thought of you and woodworking.
Because that's the only I never even took wood shop in high school. So yeah, I helped.
Dork.
I helped your grandfather once, and then he comes over here if I need help hanging like shelves and shit. He comes over here and helps me out. I'm really bad at that stuff, but I'm learning.
Shit, then who am I supposed to call if I need things hung up in my house?
Your grandfather.
Yeah, but I mean, what if he's not around?
Call my dad. He'll talk you through it.
He's still pretty young. He's spry for his age. He can do it.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. No, yeah, see, I knew you were gonna have these kind of dad questions, not like, who's your favorite superhero? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're not gonna ask me the questions I can answer. You're gonna ask me the shit that I can't.
It's your favorite D&D spell.
See, that's even one I can't answer because I'm not a spellcaster. I'm never a spellcaster, and you know that.
True.
Anyways. I would say helping my dad with that deck. That's the closest I came. I ran some screws and threw you guys off it a couple times into the pool.
That I do remember.
That's probably the most experience I've had, yeah.
All right. Well, second question then. What's your favorite light beer to drink while you're grilling? I know you don't drink much anymore, but, just of all time, I guess.
Favorite light beer of all time?
Yes. Light beer specifically. Because, you can't drink the hard stuff.
You know what? It has to be, I guess, just Miller Lite. I mean,
Solid.
because that's just what everybody else drank when we were going to the bar. Like it's just they always had specials. Like it was always the cheap one. Because anytime we went anywhere, we were a bunch of cheap drunks. We weren't we were it was cheap. So yeah, I guess just Miller Lite. I mean, every now and then if I have a regular beer, that's what I'll have. Yeah. So.
Oh
yeah.
man, Miller Lite truly a cornerstone of dad culture these days. I gotta say.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I think
it's just the biggest one in the market.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say I think every dad that I know is either Coors Light, Miller Lite, or like Bud Light. Not so much
I'm a Bud Light person myself.
Yeah, Bud Light's not bad. I think what it is when you get older, your taste buds get worse. So you can't tell how bad it really is. Like that's why when you're young, you're supposed to drink all these trendy beers and shit. Like, you're supposed to drink the stuff like that looks like tar. Like that, I guess it was what was it? It's called Erie Railbender. I thought I was drinking straight tar from a barrel. It was so gross. It was oh god, it was nasty. But people love that. So I don't know.
Yeah, IPAs are the big thing now.
For hipster douchebags.
Well, actually, there was a brew fest the other day, town, and as you would expect, many people did get drunk. And, it was pretty hectic. I didn't actually attend, but I heard some stories about how hectic it got. There was people hanging off of the the rail car at the train station.
Oh god,
the stationary one there.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
They're just like dangling from it, and people are like, do a backflip, and just people doing all kinds of crazy stuff. And I guess there was even an accident too, but
Jesus.
It's a little dark for the podcast. So
yeah, let's not get into drunk driving while we're
don't drink and drive, kids.
Yeah, if you drink and drive, fuck you. Anyway.
PSA.
So all right, wait. So we did the deck one, the light beer. Oh, okay.
Oh, was the part about grilling? Was that a question?
Yeah. It was like, I mean, I guess it was mostly about the beer, but no, I do have a more specific grilling one. It's a two-parter. Favorite thing to grill, and then also charcoal or propane.
Well, I mean, can't be a Hank Hill fan and not go with propane.
Of course.
So I prefer propane, I guess. And for the record, I am awful on the grill. Now, the favorite thing, my wife cooks on the grill. I could give you an answer for that. But my favorite thing to cook on the grill is not at all. Just because I'm really bad at it. I don't know what it is. I was thinking about it today. Like, I think, I can, in the kitchen, I can cook. Like, I'm not bad. I think it's because I can see what I'm doing. Like, if I'm looking down, okay, I can see how cooked this is. But when you're grilling, like, you close the lid. And unless you have a glass lid, and if you can afford those, like, those major grills, like, I don't know what the hell it looks like in there. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I'm afraid I'm going to burn everything. So I don't cook on the grill very often, if at all. I think I've done it once in the last 2 years we've lived in this house, and that was just the other day. And I kept texting Sue the whole time. I'm like, how am I supposed to do this? I don't want to burn it. So it was really bad.
Tutorials on YouTube.
Right? That's what I should have done. Instead of text her, because she started getting pissed off at me. Like, I literally got a text her as she was driving home. She's like, I'm done with you right now.
Taking your hand.
She just stopped answering my questions. She's like, I'm going to be home in 5 minutes. Just leave it alone. So, but yeah, I'm bad on the grill. But my favorite thing that she cooks is when she grills corn on the cob. That's really good. So, but yeah, as far as me cooking, no, you don't want to eat here. You don't want to eat here if I'm on the grill.
All right. I feel like I had one more, and now I'm drawing a blank. Weaver, you got any?
I don't have any questions, but if you don't mind, I'd like to honor us all with a little dad joke.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, go for it.
Did you know the first French fries weren't actually cooked in France?
Really?
They were cooked in Greece.
Oh man! Oh my god!
Oh yeah.
That was horrible.
I mean, while we're on the topic, do you have a favorite dad joke? Actually, I mean that can be opened up to all of us, I guess. Favorite dad jokes?
I don't know. Do you remember any of the jokes I taught you when You you were a kid. I mean, those aren't really dad jokes.
Yeah,
but...
I was gonna say I don't know if those count, but yeah, no. The why do girls wear perfume and makeup? Because they're ugly and they stink. That was always a hit.
Yeah, that's my favorite one. That's my favorite one. Because they're ugly and they stink. It was so funny. You used to get jokes confused, so I tried teaching you two different ones. One was, why did the Pollock fall out of the tree? Now I can say that because I am Polish, so I'm allowed to make that joke. The punchline is because he was raking leaves. And then there was another one, why'd the monkey fall out of the tree? Your Pap taught you that one. And the punchline there is because he was dead. So when you ask Brandon why'd the monkey fall out of the tree, because Brandon would say because he was dead and raking leaves. He just never got it right. But it was so funny when a 3-year-old says it, because he's dead and raking leaves. It's just, I don't know.
Also, yeah, my Aunt Megan likes to still, to this day, mention how big of a hit the Why Do Girls Wear Perfume and Makeup was with all her friends. I think it was her grad party or something. But yeah, she still likes to tell me about how her friends enjoyed that one.
You're welcome. See, you were cute at one time.
Yeah, what happened?
Yeah, you grew up, man.
This whole genetics thing just really not working out well in my favor.
Not at all.
I gotta say, it's
not,
just
not at all.
I know for me, my dad, and he still does this one. Whenever I was little, I'd be like, hey, I gotta go to the bathroom. He's like, hey, just use my name, you'll get a good seat.
Oh
Every
my
fucking
god.
time.
Fucking
Every fucking time.
I had somebody at
still
work say
does
that
it.
to me today, yeah.
Now that's great.
That is a good one.
That I like. Never heard that one before. That's great.
That is a very good one, I will say.
And that, and he's also been a fan of the classic, hi, hungry, I'm dad.
Yeah, I was gonna say that one's probably mine. I mean, it's a classic. You can't go wrong. I mean, just really.
Yeah, I'm sitting here thinking I can't even think of any dad jokes that I've used.
Man, don't like
I'm telling you,
dad jokes. What the hell?
I'm bad, dude. I'm not a typical dad. I'm telling you, like, I don't do the thing. Like you said, dad fashion, and I'm thinking. I'm sitting here wearing a Schrodinger's cat T-shirt and a pair of basketball shorts. And then earlier today, I was like wearing a Queers T-shirt or my Charles Manson shirt. Like, I'm not a typical dad. Like, I'm not. I don't know.
Actually, yeah, that does make me think of a question. How do you feel about cargo shorts and like other dad fashion? Oh, socks with sandals too. It's a big one in dad circles, I've noticed.
No, never. I'll wear my ankle socks with Vans. Like I'll buy Vans or Converse, my Chuck Taylors. I wouldn't wear sandals to begin with. Never wear sandals. And then socks with. I think my wife would divorce me if I wore socks with sandals. That's just not at all.
Sandals hurt too, like especially those Velcro ones with straps that go like all over the place. Whenever I was a kid, I used to wear those all the time, and I would always get rashes and like blisters on my feet just because it was just so uncomfortable.
Yeah, I don't know how people can wear them.
Slap noise every step you take. So sandals.
Yeah, see,
bad news.
When I was in the Army, you weren't supposed to wear those out in public. Those were your shower shoes. You wore flip-flops in the shower to take a shower so you didn't get stuck, pick up bacteria on your feet. And now people were wearing them out in public. I'm like, really? So I don't know.
Yeah, I remember I had one pair of sandals whenever I was a child, and I left them in the hotel at Disney World. So, yeah, that was...
when you were there with Grandma?
Yep. I don't know, I don't remember when I left them, but yeah, I remember leaving the hotel and they just weren't there, and I'm pretty sure my mom got mad about that.
Of course she did.
Because, I mean, they were a pretty decent pair of sandals, too. It was like some Nike, like, black sandals. But yeah, I have never worn sandals since.
Oh, you had the black Nike. You were so edgy.
I know. Hey, that's your fault.
It's not my fault.
Yeah, no, actually, I want to confront this issue.
Okay, all right, that's fair. Okay.
Yeah,
Are we unearthing 2009 to 2011 Brandon?
Yeah, since we have you on, I want to talk about this. So what the fuck, man? I definitely hold you at least partially responsible for my edgy phase, because you were always, you always were interested in all the, dark and edgy stuff, all the skulls and shit and heavy metal music and just what the hell.
I don't know, like it's just the way I grew up, man. Like, I mean, I can't even say that really, because like for me, there was growing up in the 80s and stuff, there was like hair metal, and you wanted to get as far away from hair metal as possible if you're a dude. Like the only reason guys listened to hair metal was to get the chicks. Okay, that's why all the hair metal bands looked so pretty, because the girls would go to the shows and ask them for makeup tips, and that's like the guys knew that the girls were going to be there. So that's the only reason any dude ever, if any dude tells you he was a hair metal fan, he's a liar. There was a girl involved. That's all I'm saying. But once like grunge came around and I heard Nirvana for the first time, it kind of just like it opened a whole new door. You're just like, what the fuck is this? Like, this is one of the coolest things I've ever heard. It was different. It just opened the door to everything else. You know what I mean? So I think this, what you said, I had you listen to the Slipknot and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, I mean, that's the shit I grew up on, was like Slipknot, Drowning Pool, Korn, what have you.
Yeah, you know what? I think what that is, Brandon. That's I never wanted to raise you like, I don't know if you remember this, but you were never allowed to watch Barney when I was home.
Really?
Yeah, like I would not. If Barney was on the television, I would either remove you from the room or I would turn it off. And the reason being is, now, this is going to sound really fucked up, but let me explain first. I don't think Barney is something that children should watch. Children should not be taught that everybody loves everybody and everybody gets along and the world's great. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying they should be sat down in front of the 6 o'clock news and watching all the death and all the shitty stuff that the media puts out there now. I don't believe in that either. But at the same time, like, kids are growing up jaded and they're thinking, oh, this is going to be great. Like, yeah, there's my neighbor. He loves me. No, he doesn't. You're not special. You're special to your parents. That's it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. So for me, raising you, I just did what I wanted to. Either you liked it or you didn't. You know what I mean? Like, I would never force it on you, but that's what you were around. I mean, that's what it's the music we listened to. It's what what I liked. The stuff your mother was listening to at the time, I couldn't even tell you what half of it was, to be honest with you, because she was our musical tastes were so different that, when it was me and you and then even after your mother and I split, when you were at the house, it's just what we did. I mean, it's just what I listened to, and I figured, well, you're either going to like it or you're not, and if you don't like it, that's fine. I'll never force you to like something and say, yeah, you have to do this, you have to do that, but I think that's all it was, and you just kind of took to it.
I think I still can't pin down my mom's music taste to this day. Like, I still don't really know what she likes. I mean, I know she likes Pink, but I think, like, every mom is pretty obligated to like Pink, so I don't know if that's
it's a U.S. law. You're legally required to like Pink if you're a mom.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I figured, because I like, literally every mom that I have been in contact with or heard about has enjoyed Pink. Except for, like, Sue, I think. But who knows? Maybe she likes Pink.
Actually, she is a fan, because
there you go.
Her and her friends from work were talking about getting tickets, but they were too expensive. Well, so they didn't want to spend that kind of money on tickets for it. But she wanted to go. So
there you go. Yeah, it's every mom that I know then. Like, I mean, wow, that might be one for a conspiracy theory episode.
Oh, definitely.
It could be. Definitely could be.
State enforced Pink propaganda.
Wow. I mean, I wasn't expecting to get into dad philosophy here, but you know what? I think it was good. But yeah.
Oh, there's more there. I don't know, but I don't know if you want to hear all that.
Hey man, it's a dad's world today. It's all about the dads.
Yeah, I don't think I could ever inflict Radiohead upon my future son, Cutter.
Oh, no, I'm definitely forcing my child to listen to Young Thug, no matter what.
I will beat your ass.
Future is now, old man.
I will. Yeah, this future's garbage.
Mm-hmm.
Like
I'm
I'm not a
kind of
Radiohead fan. I would listen to Radiohead before I listen to Young Thug.
Well, there was a time period where I just listened exclusively to Radiohead, and that takes a toll on someone. It takes a toll. Like, you become a changed person after straight years of Radiohead.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see that.
I think it's time for another dad joke.
Yeah.
What's Forrest Gump's password? One Forrest One.
Oh my god.
Oh man!
And I like my mind was racing, trying to think of answers. I'm like, "Fuck, what could it be?" I wanted to beat you too.
know, right?
Just equations going on. What is it?
Wasn't it The Hangover with Zach Galifianakis and all the fucking equations are going past his face or whatever?
Yeah, I think it's something like that.
I forget if it was The Hangover specifically, but I want to say it was. But yeah, that was just me in that moment right there. Actually, springboarding off the music thing, I think we've got another good dad question. How do you feel about the term dad rock and the musical acts that it is applied to?
What I don't know what dad rock is. What bands is that considered?
Well, let me get a rock music that appeals to an older generation or that is heavily influenced by that of an earlier era. So usually like stuff from the 60s and 70s. Let's see. There's some examples. Oh wow. Okay. I mean, I wasn't really expecting that because that's a lot more prog rock, but I don't know, stuff like Tom Petty and fucking the Eagles. I don't know.
So classic rock is what they're calling dad rock.
I mean, yeah, pretty much, but like stuff that seems to. I mean, because there is classic rock, but then there's also dad rock. Like there's definitely a distinction. I think, like okay, Bruce Springsteen, I think would be one of the biggest dad rock acts out there.
Okay. So far out of those three bands you named, like dad rock for me. Mm-hmm. For my taste, are like old 70s punk bands, like or even 70s and 80s. Like you have like the Queers, the Dickies, Screeching Weasel. I don't really want to say the Ramones and the Sex Pistols and the Misfits because when somebody says punk rock, that's all people think of are those three big ones. Which they were all great bands in their own right. Don't get me wrong, but they're not. They're a little more. I don't know. They were mainstream. Everybody knows. Yeah, everybody knows who they are. You know what I mean? Like, there's 8-year-olds wearing Misfits t-shirts. You know what I mean? Like, so cool everybody knows the Misfits are. But yeah. See that being labeled as dad rock, I don't know. I'm not a fan of any of it. I mean, I'll tolerate it if it's on. I won't like run over and change the station, but I don't go out of my way to listen to dad rock. Like. I don't know. You know the music I listen to. I listen to a little bit of everything. I mean, for instance, this year, for my birthday, I went to Columbus to go see Justin Timberlake, which, he was an awesome performer. But a month before that, I stood in line to meet Alice Cooper. Mm-hmm. And the end of May, we went to Rock on the Range. Tomorrow I'm going to see the Dropkick Murphys and Flogging Molly. So, there's just it's very eclectic, the stuff that I listen to. So I can't say I'm nailed down to one genre. Mm-hmm. I just like what I like. I'm not. I don't like to think of I'm just a metal guy and all I listen to is metal and Hail Satan shit. Like, it's just not me. I don't know.
I mean,
are there any contemporary dad rock acts, Brandon?
I don't know, like, contemporary dad rock acts. That's actually a tough
Fighters
one.
or something. Would that be considered dad rock?
It might. Oh wait, there's a modern dad rock mix on Spotify.
What?
All right, let's see what's
all
on.
the answers that you need.
Here we go. All right, let's see what they got here. Let me log in real quick. Okay, I guess Wilco, Father John Misty, My Morning Jacket, Bon Iver, but it's actually, I mean, you guys would probably
Bon Iver.
better pronounce as Bon Iver.
Bon Iver. Yeah. If you're from Pittsburgh, it's Bon Iver. None of that Bon Iver crap. It's Bon Iver.
Iron and Wine, The Decemberists, Tame Impala.
I like
Titus
Iron and Wine.
Andronicus. Yeah, so I mean, I guess
Wow.
that's considered modern dad rock, which is weird.
That's modern dad rock.
I-
Is that for the dads with drinking their IPA with their man buns?
Yeah, probably. That's for the
At the
Seattle
coffee
dads.
shop.
Yeah. The
The
LA
less I know, the
dude.
better.
I've never listened to any of those bands. Like, I recognize some of the names, but I've never listened. Isn't there a whole episode about American Dad where he starts getting into My Morning Jacket because of his daughter,
Yep.
and he like follows him around or something like that? That's the most of My Morning Jacket I've ever heard is on that cartoon.
Yeah, that's weird. I would not have considered Bon Iver to be dad rock.
Well,
I
look
just
at modern dads now. Look at
I guess.
I mean, modern dads are just a little bit older than you. You know what I mean? Like, if you think about it.
Yeah, don't get me fucking thinking about that.
Oh no, I'm not ready to be a grandfather.
I was gonna say, I can barely take care of myself right now. Let's wait a little bit.
Yeah, I don't want to be on the Grandfather's Day podcast just yet.
There is a Grandparents' Day, so I mean, could do something with that.
I'm not ready for that. If I get that message, hey, you want to be on the Grandparents podcast? I will fly to wherever you're at and beat your ass.
Oh, dude, we should get my grandma on that. I'm sure she'd love to do that.
That would be so
Is that
funny.
the one that plays a lot of Farmville?
Oh, you're damn right it is.
Yeah, that's my mother. She doesn't play Farmville anymore. She because I guess they ran Farmville off of Facebook. But she plays the Ghost Stories one or something.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
the
she's
queen
got
of
like
that now.
15. She's got like 15 Facebook accounts. She
Oh,
plays
so she like sends gifts to herself. I used to
Yeah.
do that whenever I would get into Facebook games. I made a bunch of alt accounts so I could, because all those games are so stupid. Because you get to a point where like, oh, invite your friends to finish this building, and you're like, yeah, my friends hate me if they see these Farmville notifications. So you just make
right.
a bunch of alt accounts, invite them. There you go.
Yeah, they make you be social. Like, whether you want to be social or not, like, I don't want to talk to people. That's why I play these stupid games to entertain myself. If I wanted to play with people, I'd be doing other things.
Oh yeah, that actually reminds me. I started playing that Dawn of the Dragons again. You remember when we played that for a little while? It was that
Dawn
weird.
of the Dragon.
Yeah, it was like a mobile game. They had a couple crossovers with the guild for like their world raid bosses.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I do. Oh wow,
Yeah,
I haven't played that one in a while.
Yeah, I started playing that again. Just time waster. But yeah, man.
Yeah, I haven't played that one in a while.
Yeah, I'm still thinking about how that's apparently what modern dad rock is, and I choose to not believe it. Quite honestly,
I can believe it.
I mean, soon modern dad rock is going to be like Imagine Dragons and shit like that, and it's just going to be a horrible time.
and I want to fight every other dad. Fucking
Makes me want to start headbutting people.
seriously. I don't know what about specifically headbutting people was so funny
No.
to me, but
That's what happens
Zach,
every time an
have you-
Imagine Dragons song comes on. Just want to headbutt someone.
Zach, have you ever actually headbutted someone before?
I haven't. I think my head would probably be dented if I did that.
Okay, because I was gonna ask, like, how do you figure out who that hurts? Like, whoever thought of it first? like if you just randomly went up to him and headbutted somebody, like, and they didn't know it was coming, like, it doesn't hurt you at all because you thought of it and it just hurts them, or
Yeah, I transfer the pain.
I just I never understood how the headbutt works. The headbutt thing. I know the theory behind it, but
Maybe I'll headbutt the machine that's playing Imagine Dragons.
there you go.
there you go. There you go.
Headbutt the guy from Imagine Dragons. Fucking, oh my god, I cannot stand that
Where are
shit.
your demons hiding now, bitch? Where are they hiding?
You just headbutt him and he does like the big breathe from Radioactive. Fucking stupid ass. God, I hate that fucking band. Anyway.
Wow.
Dude, I just really do not like
What's
the more I'm thinking about them, like just I don't like them whatsoever. Oh,
Like,
you've
I
unearthed
prefer
something.
Coldplay over Imagine Dragons because at least they have variation and some nuance in their music, especially early Coldplay. But
Yeah,
Imagine
man.
Dragons is just like it's just the same loud drums and just loud bits for chorus every single time, and it's just the same cycle over and over again.
Yeah, they do kind of end up falling into Rise Against syndrome, where hey,
It's Rise Against with more intense drums.
Yeah, it's like, hey, did you hear that one Rise Against song? Oh, which one exactly? It's all of them. They're all the same.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, but that's most modern music.
yeah, true.
You know what I mean? Anything that's popular on the radio, you know, that's what it is. It's simple. It gets out to the fans, and the masses love it. You know what I mean? It doesn't.
Well, I mean, they've literally gotten like pop music down to a science too. There's like algorithms that determine fucking what sounds people like the most, you know, and what they're gonna respond to, and what makes them want to spend money and all that dumb shit. They've like researched it so much, so it's so just
Bass
Yeah,
drop,
absolutely.
breathy female vocals, EDM beat.
oh god, I yeah, that's the one trope that I really can't stand either. The weird like breathing female voice that they do sometimes, where it's like I don't know, it's supposed to sound
They all sound the
seductive, but
same.
yeah, like
Yeah.
God.
Let's lighten the mood a little bit.
Yeah, anyway, dad
why
joke
did the
It's a dad joke time.
Oh yeah, I got another one prepped
Hell
up.
yeah.
Why did the Invisible Man turn down the job offer?
Why?
Couldn't see himself doing it.
I was gonna say that. Oh my god.
So there you go. You're thinking like a dad now.
Yeah. What have you done? This is a bad idea.
The more
This is a
dad
bad
jokes I
idea.
say, the more we become God.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wake up tomorrow and put khakis on and put my button-up polo shirt.
Yeah.
We just wake up in sandals. Oh god.
I'm
Detroit.
gonna call Sue
become
when she's
dad.
at work. I'm like, babe, I need sandals now. I have an overwhelming desire to wear sandals.
Oh man. Well, I guess with that we can open up to another discussion question. This is one I've been ruminating for a little while. This is the one I pre-screened Weaver for as well for before we started. But who is everybody's favorite fictional dad? Any dad from any movie, game, TV show, comic book, you know, whatever. But yeah, favorite fictional dad, and why? Obviously, you know, gotta explain why. Weaver, you said you had an answer. You want to go first?
Yes, my answer is Tim Taylor from Home Improvement. I think he's the best dad. Mainly because
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm just gonna play the noise like 5 times after you say it.
it's like the air horn meme, but with that.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my god, didn't somebody do a mod of like Morrowind where all the noises in the game are that noise?
I believe so.
I feel like
it was
I've-
definitely an Elder Scrolls game.
Yeah, it was
that
either
they did that
Morrowind or
with.
Oblivion, and it's amazing. But yeah, no, yeah, solid dad points for all of the weird fucking noises that he makes.
Oh yeah, plus he has his own show, Tool Time. I mean, it's a show within a show. Like that, you
Yeah.
can't beat that.
That is true. Oh man,
But yeah, that's my answer. Tim
That's-
Taylor from Home Improvement.
that's fair. I can see that.
That's a good one. Brandon, you're gonna have to go before me. I got nothing right now. I have to
All
think
right.
about this.
Yeah, that's fine. No, go ahead. I mean, I can elaborate on mine. I mean,
Google
So,
list
my-
like I did.
yeah, Google fictional dads. I mean, so I guess I don't know. I don't know if I'm cheating technically, because I guess he's not technically a dad, as he doesn't have any real kids of his own. Like, he hasn't sired any children, but he is an important father figure, and is arguably more of a dad to the kid in question than his actual dad was. But I got to go with Piccolo from Dragon Ball Z. Because, you know what? He definitely gave a little bit more of a shit about Gohan than Goku ever did. I think especially the Cell Saga, showed that off, where Goku just sends Gohan in to get the shit kicked out of him by Cell, and Piccolo's freaking the fuck out. He's like, dude, he's 11. Like, why are you sending him in there? And Goku's like, oh, it's fine. He can do it. And then it cuts to Gohan getting just fucking punched in the face over and over again. But yeah, I mean, during all the times that Goku was, dead and fighting everywhere, Piccolo was there hanging out, training Gohan, and taught him really important life lessons. And I think it was pretty cool that he decided to, because again, in the Cell Saga, Gohan wanted to fight in gi similar to Piccolo's, because he had a very profound effect on Gohan. But yeah, I think I might have to go with Piccolo. Now, if we're talking like real dads with like that actually did have kids,
don't look like goblins.
Yeah, they weren't green aliens.
That's true. Hey, you know what? Piccolo's cool. All right, shut up.
Did you have a little Piccolo action figure as a kid?
I did actually, and I'm pretty sure there's a picture of me, my mom, and my dad at my great-grandmother's house, and I'm holding that Piccolo action figure. It's a really old picture. Yeah.
Wait, like my grandmother's house?
Yeah,
or on your mom's side?
At Bush's house. Because I remember that one couch that they had that we were sitting on. It was a weird texture for some reason. But yeah, no, I remember...
It's because my grandmother, anytime me and Eric would go over there, she wouldn't let us sit on the good furniture unless there was plastic on it, because she thought we would fuck it up.
Nice.
Oh, that's the most grandma thing ever.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And my mom got so mad about it. She's like, oh, yeah, you let the babies crawl all over it, but as soon as my boys get there, you can't take the fucking plastic off. She never said the F word. You won't take the plastic off once my boys are there.
Yeah,
it was so funny.
I don't know if grandma's capable of saying fuck, to be quite honest with you. I don't think it's possible for her. I think...
Actually, it is.
Really?
It is. Oh, yeah. That real awkward time, like, after you were born and your mom and I were about to get married, and how my stepmom and your grandmother like kind of became friends after all that whole weird shit went down and everything.
Yeah.
We used to go over there. I don't know if you remember, because you and Nate were always in the base, but we used to go over there for game nights, like as a family. And like the whole family was there. Marty and Kathy, Janet, Kevin. Yeah. Okay, so this game that they like to play, I can't remember what exactly the name of the game was, but what you had to do is they give you these questions, and you write down your answers to all the questions, and then you hand them all in. And Mom would never play the game. She would only be the one who would read off the answers. Mm-hmm. So your cousin David and I, it was our mission to make Grandma say fuck. Like everything we would do, any questions she asked, like the question would be like, what's your earliest childhood memory? And I would be like, it was just like, my earliest high school memory is when I had to fucking walk to school uphill both ways in the fucking snow. Like, you would just write the word fuck so many times. And she always knew, like, she was supposed to guess who it was. Mm-hmm. And like, she always knew which one was mine and which one was David's, because she just looked at me and go, Matthew. I'm like, shut up. I was just saying, read it. It doesn't say that. That's not what I wrote. She's like, I'm not reading that. It's so funny. But yes, I have made your grandmother drop the F-bomb before. And not like in a bad way where she was mad at me.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I have gotten her to do that, which is pretty sick.
That's great. I was gonna say, yeah, I feel like just the universe would destabilize if she ever did. She's just... Did you ever see her give anybody the finger? Yeah, I think like once.
It's the most awkward thing in the world. It's like she has to concentrate.
Yeah, I mean, because I don't think it's possible for her, because she's literally the sweetest woman on the face of the earth. Like, I don't think she is capable of being mean to anybody ever. Like,
just me.
Yeah,
just
exactly.
me. But I guess I deserve it. I can't complain. When she's mean, I deserve it. So
you antagonize.
But yeah, it's like, when she has to give somebody the finger, it's like she has to concentrate. Like, okay, keep the index finger down. Hold that one with your thumb, and It's so funny.
Oh,
It's like the most awkward thing you'll ever see.
that's
Sorry.
No, but
Sorry about that.
no, you're good. Anyway, as far as dads that have actually, fathered children instead of just raised them, gotta go with Uncle Phil. Quite honestly, I mean, he.
Oh man.
Yeah, he's one of, I think, the pillars of fictional dad history.
Yeah. I'll give you that one. That's. I would have to agree with you 100% on that one.
Yeah, Uncle Phil was, he was a hard ass, but he cared.
They always wanted a Pizza Hut in the garage.
Fuck you. Oh my god. And once you know it, I think I watched both of those videos the other day. Dad, I know you don't have much context, but there's a fucking really good YouTube poop of fucking Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and there's two, and they're like 20 minutes long, but I think it is peak like video editing for that kind of stuff. It is so fucking funny. But yeah, one of the things they do is the Pizza Hut in the garage thing. It's amazing. Anyway,
you guys and your internet.
It's
Yeah, the internet has completely fucked up my humor forever.
and
I can't go back
Jeffrey.
now.
And you fine, Jeffrey. Anyway, I'm gonna stop because I'll just start quoting that, and this will turn into the fucking Kung Pao segment of when we had Caleb on.
Women's a trip, Uncle Funkle.
I need to tell you boys something about women. Something about women. Anyway, but yeah. So
See, but at least no wait. If this was like the Kung Pao thing, I can at least participate.
That's true.
You guys are quoting stuff I know nothing about. That's not fair.
Yeah, that is true. But yeah, no, I definitely got to go with Uncle Phil.
Yeah, I can't argue with that. That's especially. I mean, everybody has seen the clip, like with Will's real dad and everything, and everybody like that's yeah, Uncle Phil. I agree.
Absolutely.
But I'm gonna piss you off. Peter Griffin.
Really? And I will admit Homer crossed my mind briefly, just because Jenny and I have been watching Simpsons for a while now. We actually started at the beginning and decided to go through the series. We're up to like season 4 now, I think. But
you see the Dead Bart episode yet?
The Dead Bart episode?
There's an episode where Bart dies.
Yeah, there's an internet story. It's a creepypasta where somebody wrote about a secret lost episode where Bart dies and everything becomes like super realistic and gory, and it's just fucking.
Oh.
It's
That's the thing about creepypastas. Everything has to be photorealistic. If it's like a video game one, or if it's like a movie one, it always ends with some photorealistic image of the subject, and it's supposed to be really creepy.
Yeah. Super photorealistic Mario said fuck. And he jumped out of my TV and hit me. But yeah, it's but yeah, no, I will admit Homer did cross my mind. So why Peter?
Oh no, I was just because I know you hate Family Guy.
I mean, I don't know. I have such a fucking complicated feeling about Family Guy. Like, I don't hate it, and I mean, I do like a lot of the earlier stuff too. But it's just, again, I've said it before, and I'll say it probably until I die. Seth MacFarlane knows how to beat the shit out of a dead horse. I mean,
oh, absolutely, yeah, absolutely, no doubt. There's no argument there at all. Yeah, I don't know. I gotta admit, as far as this question goes, I don't watch enough like normal television to say like.
You don't consume enough dad-related media.
Yeah, I don't think I do. Like, I don't watch like sitcoms like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I mean, like I said, it can be from like a video game, comic book, anything.
Wow. It might sound kind of screwed up, but man, I don't know. I mean, because Bruce Wayne maybe. Because if you really think about it, like the way he raised those kids, I mean, he only ever lost one of them, but. Well, then again, they've all died and come back, except for Dick. Grayson's the only one that hasn't.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, he cares about those kids even to the point now where they've, actually, I think every one of them has actually at least fought Bruce at one point through the comic books, but he understands it. Like, he understands why it happens, and because what after I can't remember which one it was. Was it Infinite Crisis where they killed where they didn't kill him off, but during the rebirth, or not rebirth, but the New 52, where they killed off Nightwing because they went public or something like that. I can't remember what storyline that was.
That was Forever Evil, whenever the Justice Society or whatever, they unmasked him.
Yeah, they unmasked him, and then, like, even then, like, the final scene where they're talking about like the final couple panels in the comic, they're actually beating the shit out of each other. Batman and Nightwing are beating the crap out of each other. So Jason Todd, he fought him. Jason Todd was the one that he lost, the original Dead Robin. But I mean, he cares about the kids. He always provided even now that they're all back alive and they're all doing their own thing, like, he still has his hooks in them, so to speak. So I guess you could say he's a decent father. I don't know.
Yeah, I was gonna say you were talking about all the other Robins, but I mean, he does have a biological child.
Well, yeah, Damian, but Damian's a prick.
A little bit. I mean from what I've heard, they've
no, not a little bit. No, not a little bit. Like, he's just a prick. But yeah, he does. I mean, but he's good to him. Like, he understands where he's coming from. Like, the way he was raised to be the best assassin, the best detective. So he gets the arrogance that Damian throws out there, and he still deals with it. Yeah.
All right. Honestly, that's who I thought you were gonna say. I kind of figured once I opened it up to comics and everything.
Well, yeah, because shut up.
I mean, I'm sure if Zach was here, he'd appreciate the.
Well, I didn't want to go that route. Like, I was trying to think of something different. Like, I didn't want to go that route.
Yeah.
Because it's really not, like I said, it's not like, I mean, he's a father figure, but he's not a father because, well, Damian, like you said, but I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, again, I also
he's had more time with the other ones than he had his, but he still calls them all his sons and stuff like that. So.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh man,
I can't believe you don't have any more questions. Come on, you gotta have something.
I mean, like,
I've got a question.
Go ahead.
How do you make a Kleenex dance?
Put a little boogie.
Oh, I know this one.
Yep. My dad's told me that one before. I know that one.
Yep, that
was one of Brandon's first jokes too.
Yeah, that was a classic.
That was one of Brandon's first jokes. Yeah. What's invisible and smells like carrots?
What?
Rabbit farts. Bunny farts. Oh my god.
Jokes that 4-year-old Brandon told.
Oh yeah.
He was a hit at the parties.
Still got it, baby.
And all the ladies.
Oh man. I mean, I do have like a final question, but it's more of like on a serious note, and I don't know if I want to wrap it up just yet. I mean, we're only just pushing an hour now. I mean, figure we still got a little bit left.
Okay. Sure.
I don't know. Weaver, do you have anything other than dad jokes?
Yeah, Matt, what's a funny Brandon story that he would totally be embarrassed if you told it right now?
If you're gonna tell the fucking train store story, I'm gonna scream.
I feel like you have to say the train story now. You have to tell the train story.
Because I know that's the first one your mind's gonna go to.
Well, that's one of my. That's definitely one of my favorites. I can't remember how old Brandon was.
Had to have been like 3 or 4.
No, I think you're a little older. Well, maybe, yeah, because I'm trying to remember when the store was there. Well, in Ross Park Mall at one time, there was a train store. And, like, Brandon neglected to mention on the last podcast when you guys were talking about toys you played with as kids, Brandon just kind of glossed over this one, rather, and his Thomas the Tank Engine collection.
Oh, yeah.
He was so into Thomas the Tank Engine that actually, that's how he learned how to read.
Yep.
To be honest with you, those books that he had. One night he was laying in bed, and I was like, why is he not asleep yet? Because we'd put him to bed, and his mom would give him like 10 minutes with the light on. So he would sit there with his books, like his mom or I would read to him. Usually she read to him because I wasn't home a lot. I was working a lot. But the one night I was home and I heard Brandon's voice, I'm like, he should be asleep by now. So I went into the bedroom and I just opened the door and I looked, and he's got one of his Thomas books, and he's looking at it backwards and upside down. Like the book is literally backwards and upside down. So I walked over and sat in the bed next to him, and he had the books memorized. He could look at the picture and he knew what words were on that page just by the picture, because he had heard these stories so many times. He had them memorized. So he pretty much taught himself how to read when he was like 2 years old. But that's not the story. The best part is I was setting up how smart you are, because when you get to the punchline of this story and how dumb you're acting is even better.
I was like 4 years old, right? And it had to have been 3 or 4, because I know like at 5, that's when I discovered Pokemon, and that's when it just all went out the window. I didn't give a shit about Thomas anymore.
Yeah. Once you got turned on to Pokemon, that was the next big thing, where you knew every one of them on the damn poster. We would just call it a number and you could name it. Yep. That was disgusting. But anyways, actually that leads me to another good story. But anyways, the train store in Ross Park Mall, they had a huge collection of Thomas stuff there. So every now and then we'd go down to the mall, and if Brandon was good, we'd buy him something, and probably more shit than we should have bought him. What we did. I wouldn't say Brandon was a spoiled child, but I always wanted to give him more than what I had. So it's like 8:30, 8:45, and the mall's getting ready to close. Brandon doesn't want to leave the store. I'm like, all right, buddy, you got 5 minutes or they're going to throw us out of here. Not yet, Dad, not yet. Okay, so we let him play for a little while, walked around. I think your mom stayed in the store with you for a minute. I actually went outside because it was on the one end by the exit door. So I went outside, smoked a cigarette, and came back in. And I was like, all right, it's time to go, buddy. We have to go. They're going to throw us out of the store. The store is closing. And Brandon started throwing a fit. And he would not leave the store. Like, I was picking him up and he was holding on to trains, like grabbing parts of the wall. Like, literally, he would not leave the store. So finally, I bear hugged him. And I don't know how familiar you are with Ross Park, Zach. Like right now, I guess it's where the end at not JCPenney's, but I guess the one end that Sears is on, maybe. I think. Okay. Yeah. So it's down that end by all the jewelry stores and the pretzel thing. It's down that end. Well, obviously, my dumbass parked on the complete opposite end of the mall. So I pick him up and I bear hugged him. And now we're face to face, and he is screaming at me. And we're just walking. I'm carrying him down the mall. My friend of mine that was with us and Brandon's mom were behind us, just in hysterics. They're just laughing the whole way. And I'm just thinking, I'm squeezing the shit out of him. I'm like, you are not going anywhere. And we're about halfway through the mall, and this is where I lost it. Like, he's punching me, and he was just at that right height, like where I'm holding him. He's hitting me in the chest with his hands, and his legs are going, and he probably kicked me in the balls 4 or 5 times at this point. Like, feet are just going. In the middle of the mall, I don't know if somebody knew something was going to happen. It was like the record scratch just like stopped, and it was dead silence. And Brandon screams, "Get your slimy hands off of me." I look across just past the food court, and there's this guy walking the other way with his 2 daughters, just shaking his head. He's got this look on his face like, you poor bastard. I feel so bad for you right now. And so for the rest of the time, he keeps screaming, "Get your slimy hands off me," over and over and over again. And I didn't want to start laughing. So I cut through the department store or whatever, get him out to the car. At this point, I started walking faster, and I opened up the door. And we only had a 2-door car at the time. So I pulled the passenger door open. I pulled him out. And I threw him in his seat, and I said, "You fucking sit there and don't say another word." Turned around, slammed the door, lit a cigarette, and I was crying. I was laughing so hard, like I couldn't even stay mad at him after that. And we get to the car, and his mom goes, "Did he say get your slimy hands off of me?" I was like, "Yeah. Where the hell did he get that from?" And apparently it was from one of those Thomas books that he read, and he memorized the line, and somewhere in his little brain it clicked as if to say, hey, wait, this is a good opportunity where I can use this thing that I've heard before. And it just came out of nowhere. That was one of my favorite memories of him, throwing him in the car, abusing my child, slamming him into the back of his car seat, and then laughing hysterically.
Jesus. Yeah, it's a doozy.
I guess it's definitely one of those ones. The older Brandon gets is not as funny anymore. Because he just kind of sits there and he's like, yeah, slimy hands. Yeah, I heard this one a million times. You know, it's just that story. Like, he's heard it a million times now, so it's not as good as it was when he was younger. Because people would just look at him and be like, this cute little boy, he said that? I'm like, yeah. He's like, accused me of child abuse in the middle of the mall. Like, people are thinking I'm kidnapping this kid.
I was thinking that's what the twist the story was gonna have. Like, there would be like a mall cop thinking that you were like just stealing a kid.
No, unfortunately, no. Like, they knew he was my kid. Just, you know, we kind of look alike and everything, but except for the red hair.
Oh yeah.
But
I mean, hey, now it's out there for all the internet to hear.
Yep. Get your slimy hands off me.
What was the other story that you thought of whenever you mentioned Pokemon?
Oh, do you remember the crappy little apartment we had over the garage in Evans City?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, at one point we had we'd had friends come over to play D&D, and we just put you down to bed. And your mom wasn't home yet from work, so we were waiting for her to get there because, contrary to popular belief, your mother did play once or twice with us when we first got together. When you were first born, she played.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure she actually talked to Weaver and Zach about that at one point when they were having a party over at Weaver's. Yeah, because I remember she told me, she's like, yeah, I embarrassed myself in front of all your friends or something like that, because I guess she had been drinking a little bit, and then she came downstairs and was saying hi. She's like, because. While they were playing D&D, and again, Weaver, if I'm wrong about this, please fact check me. But yeah, she was like, "Oh, hi, I used to play. I used to be cool," or something like that.
Oh, I think I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, she did. But we were waiting for her to get home that night, and I can't remember their names. There was two random people that we really didn't know, but we hooked up with them somehow to bring more players in the group. We got a phone number or whatever, so they came over, and we're outside smoking and whatever, hanging out, bullshit, and you're in bed. You know, you had your 10 minutes with the light on or whatever. And the girlfriend of this guy who came over to play, she comes running downstairs. She's like, Matt, you got to come in. I said, okay. I come upstairs. I'm like, what's wrong? She's like, it's Brandon. Something's going on. So I open the door, and you're laying on the floor crying. And nobody can figure out why you're crying. I was like, buddy, what happened? They pick you up off the floor. I sit you on your bed. I'm like, what happened? You're like, well, you had two Pokemon figures in your hand. You're still clutching onto these things as you're on the ground. So you had two Pokemon figures in your hand, and I can't remember which ones they were. I know one was a Pikachu. I'm not sure what the other one was, but they were like the little hard plastic ones that didn't move, like they were just like the little figurines. And apparently what had happened, you were so into playing with your Pokemon that you knocked yourself off your own bed and it landed on the floor. I said, but I had to get it out of you. Brandon, what did you do? I don't know. I ended up on the floor. Well, how did you do that? I don't know what happened. Like, you're talking through the tears and stuff, but it was like, again, it was another moment where like I picked you up. I'm like, are you saying you were playing with your Pokemon and you fell off the bed? You're like, yeah, I think so. I was like, that was just, I just lost it. I was like, okay, well, it's time to go to bed. Lay down. You're fine. Like, you didn't get hurt or anything, but somehow you were so into playing with those little plastic Pokemon that you were having a hell of a battle on your bed, and it just like something threw you off the bed onto the floor.
Damn.
You missed the Pikachu and just punched yourself straight in the face. And
I think you might have.
Yeah, seriously.
I think you might have.
Yeah, I mean, I certainly don't remember that. I might have blocked it out. But damn.
Yeah, but like the Pokemon thing, like with the original 150, you knew them all. Your grandmother could even tell you. She would just call out a number and you'd know exactly which one it was because you had that poster in your room.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, that was disturbing that you knew all the little Japanese,
Even
the
out
little
of context.
Japanese monster. Yeah,
You guys
the
are
little
ordering food. Can I get a number 7? Oh, that's Charmander.
Wait, is
I'm trying
Charmander
to think
actually
of
number
any
7?
other.
I don't know. If it is, please kill me.
No, I thought he was. No, he's like. No, I thought he was number 3 because there was like the first 3 basic ones. There was
I think Bulbasaur is number 1.
Squirtle, Bulbasaur, Squirtle, and Charmander. I thought they were the first 3.
Oh, he's number
Something like
4. Squirtle's number 7.
It's close.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, 5-year-old.
We have another
be
dad
disappointed.
joke prepped though.
Oh, hell yeah.
sorry.
Let's hear it.
All right. If you see a robbery in an Apple store, does that make you an eyewitness?
Oh my god.
Oh boy.
Oh man.
This is the first time I'm ever going to say it, but thank you, BuzzFeed. That wonderful list complete with relatable GIFs.
Oh, of course. They gotta have the fucking hip, relatable gifs in the.
Like
in
I have
between.
like 430 Rock GIFs, you know.
Yeah,
for
it's
everything.
always fucking like Community or 30 Rock or something like that.
Oh yeah,
Parks and Rec.
yeah.
God.
Never watched any of those shows.
They're all the same to me, to be honest with you. I can't discern which is which. I know.
NBC comedy is more.
Yeah, I was gonna say I know Tina Fey's on one of them. Alec Baldwin. I think Tina Fey and Alec Baldwin are on the same one. Then Amy Poehler and Chris Pratt are on the other one, and then
Tina Fey too.
And then Donald Glover was on the third one. And that's all I really remember.
Yeah, so it's the kind of stuff I don't watch.
Yeah. What, you're not hip with the cool sitcoms like The Big Bang Theory?
The Big Bang Theory I'll watch only because it's not always like, oh, remember this when this happened? Like the way you say it, like it's not always like that. There are some good jokes on there every now and then that are very relatable. But you're right.
Broken
there
clock's
is a
right
lot
twice
of,
a day. I mean.
Yeah, you know what I mean. But there is some other stuff. Like I don't mind that one as much, but I watch the reruns.
Oh, you never
I don't
know.
like set my DVR. I don't like set my DVR to record the newer ones or anything like that. So
Yeah.
I have the first 7 seasons on DVD.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think. Well, yeah, because the Guilty Pleasure episode was probably. Did I make you bring that up during that episode? I don't remember.
I think I talked about it in another episode, but it wasn't. We didn't actually record it. It's lost to the ages because I think I went on a big Big Bang Theory rant.
Oh my god, yeah, that's right.
And
that was one of the ones.
Like the footage.
Yeah,
got lost or something.
That was one of the ones that we did with Zeke and Jonas, where we had them both together, and that was like in between that weird period of like. I think we did the Boss Baby one, and then it was like right after that, before it was just the one with me, you, and Zeke. And then it cut out right as you started getting into it too. That was the worst part, because you started like, well, I have a long history with the Big Bang Theory, and the fucking recording cuts off. I obviously deleted it a while ago, but yeah, I do remember that because I remember watching back through it, and I'm like, wait a minute, I thought we recorded for like almost 2 hours. Why is this so short? And then that's what happened. I'm like, fuck.
We recorded for 2 hours. I bet an hour 40 was just me ranting about the Big Bang Theory.
How much you love
Jim Parsons
Sheldon.
broke into my home and threatened me with death if I didn't stop talking.
You're gonna say fucking Bazinga so loud that your atoms deconstruct.
That's how I'd want to go. Deconstructed by a Bazinga.
By a mighty Bazinga. Damn. Well, I think that now may be a good time for me to pitch my final question here, and I think this is one that only a dad can answer. So it's special for our special guest, and a little more of a serious one, to be honest. It's what is one big lesson that you've learned being a dad, like essentially because of being a dad? What would you say is the biggest thing you've learned, and what advice would you give to aspiring dads?
Wow.
Yeah, I told you it was a serious one.
Yeah, the thing, well, advice that I would give, like, if one of you guys came to me and said you were having a baby, the best advice I can give you is just be there. And what I mean by that is be there for the kids. You know, whether it's intentional or it's not, you know, whether you're planning to have a baby or not, that's the biggest thing you can do to impact the child's life is to be a part of it. My dad and I'm not whining or complaining, oh, daddy didn't love me, because I know my dad loves me and I love my dad. But we just don't have a lot in common. I don't think we ever really did. So there was a lot of times that he wasn't around for me, but him and your uncle, you know, both your uncles actually, but him and Eric and then him and Nate now, you know, he just had more in common with them that he did. So that's one thing I learned is that I didn't want to be that type of dad. I don't want to not have hands-on, you know, as much as I can to be a part of your life. So my advice would be the best thing you can do is just be there. That's the simplest advice I can give you. You know, just be there. Just make sure every day, no matter how trivial something is to you, it might mean something to the child more than you know yet. Mm-hmm. You know, yeah, just keep an open mind. Don't. I don't think I've ever. I mean, I know I haven't. So I know I've never uttered these words. Like I've never told you I was disappointed in you for any reason, because you've never disappointed me. You know, I guess because I have very low standards. So
yeah, mostly.
But no, I mean, I've never. I don't feel like I ever put an expectation on you that you never achieved. Like I don't know. I guess maybe it's just because the way I am. I learned a long time ago when I was younger that if you play dumb, people expect a lot less out of you. So every now and then when you do something brilliant, they're like, hey, wow, that guy could be pretty smart. But you know what I mean? So they expect less out of you. So I guess I never put a expectation on you that you had the opportunity to, you know, let me down or fail me, because I don't think you ever could. You know, you just have to be there for your kids, have their back, you know, support them in whatever they do, no matter how trivial or how stupid you think it is. It means something, you know, like this whole podcast. This is your hobby. This is what you like to do, you know. This is you guys enjoy doing this stuff. So, hey, more power to you. You got to find, you know, what you like. And then as far as the one big thing that I've learned from being a parent is, I guess, expect the unexpected. That's as dumb as that sounds. You know, I mean, yeah, we went through some shit. I'm sure there's people that have gone through some stuff worse than ours, you know. But you find a way. You find as minor as it is. Brandon wants a video game. Okay, I'm going to find a way to get it for him. You know, just find a way. Don't give up. Don't give up, and don't quit. I know it sounds cheesy. Like I guess I really am a regular dad because I'm giving like really, really vanilla dad advice. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I guess you just don't. You just gotta keep your head up, and you know. I don't know. I think I wrote it in maybe in your graduation card or on your Facebook page or something for when you guys graduated. Like always be proud of who you are and what you've accomplished. Hold your head up high. Look people in the eye. Don't look at your feet when you walk. You know, like keep your head up high. Be proud of who you are, because that's the most important thing. I learned that from being in the military. You know, you hold your head up high and be proud of yourself. Yeah, you might be weird. Everybody's fucking weird. You know, everybody's different. Everybody's weird. Everybody's got their own little thing. But, you know, you shouldn't feel shame about it.
Hell yeah, dude.
I don't know. It's just, I don't know.
Crying in the club right now. That's
I
actually
mean,
some
that was-
real solid advice.
I
again,
don't know. It sounds kind of cheesy to me. Like, I don't know. But yeah, I guess, you just gotta. No, man. That's. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and again, that's why I wanted to save that one for last, because it was a more serious one. But
Very serious.
yeah, no, I think that was obviously some very solid advice. That, and I mean, cheesy as you may think it sounds, there are people who need that. Somebody somewhere may, for some reason, be listening to this, and they may need to hear that. But
I'm glad I could help them. I expected like tougher questions from you guys. Like
I mean, I think if Zach was here, he definitely would have grilled you with some harder dad questions, and haha, grilled. But
oh, that was bad.
oh yeah,
I'm doing the dad jokes here, Brandon.
Yeah, he's stealing your thunder, Zach.
you're right. Gotta take a step back.
Stealing your thunder.
Yeah, but yeah, no, I mean, I still think we had a good time. I don't know about you guys, but
Yeah, absolutely.
any closing thoughts as we start to wrap up here?
Well, I do have to say this. I bought some shoes from a drug dealer the other day. I don't know what he laced them with, but I was tripping all day.
I think that should be new for another feature. Zach's dad joke.
There we go. We could work it in.
I think you need to add that like at the end of every, just like that one.
Yeah.
That's how you end it. Just with Brandon.
Oh my god. But well,
That's all I got.
I don't know. Well, I don't know. Usually this is where we give our guests time to plug things, but I don't know. Is there anything you feel like advertising right now, Dad?
No.
Well,
I don't do anything. I don't do anything because I don't get invited on podcasts all the time. Brandon keeps telling me he's going to invite me. This is the first one, so.
Well, hey, maybe this will open new doors. Maybe you'll get contacted by, some other podcasters. Will be like, hey, we heard you on that.
Yep.
Heard you on the, the Father's Day special. We'd really like to have you on.
Yeah, probably not. I'd be like, I don't know you. Who are you? I don't
I mean,
know
hey,
you.
now that you figured out your headset, infinite possibilities are open to you.
Oh yeah, what does that mean? You're gonna actually play video games with me now that my headset works?
Maybe.
Yeah, I didn't
I'll
think
think
so.
about it.
Fuck off. Fuck off. Fuck off. I know you're not. You know you're not going to.
It's not my fault you don't play cool video games. You just fucking play PUBG like a dork.
Dude, I've played it like 3 times with Jordan. That's it.
Yeah. And I've played Fortnite like
What?
a handful of times with Weaver, but you don't see me.
Okay, well, I don't play Fortnite either.
Fortnite.
Hell yeah.
See, I don't play Fortnite either. What should I be playing, Brandon? Tell me.
I don't know. Something cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, actually, you should pick up Neo. I think you'd get good and frustrated with that.
Is it on Steam?
Yeah, it is. I have it. So, I mean, since I gave you access to my Steam library, you could play it anytime.
Yeah. Maybe I'll have to look into that.
Yeah. It made me literally scream at my fucking computer because I was so angry. There's one side mission that just, I was... and like it's one of those things like I was fucking like I was like, okay, I'm going to beat this fight. Like, and it's just the side mission is just one boss fight, but oh my god.
Oh, with the dude in the field.
Yeah, well, with Tachibana.
Oh, I'm still stuck on that.
Yeah, Tachibana is some fucking. He's some bullshit, especially like even if, because I figured out there's like a cheese strat to it where because in that little entryway that you spawn in, if you hit him with like the hand cannon or any other projectile, it'll knock him over. So then you can run up while he's knocked over and stab him, and you get a good like big chunk of his health down. Even doing that every time, he still whooped my ass time and time again, and I was just fucking yelling. It was like 1:30 in the morning. I'm just yelling at my computer because I'm getting so frustrated. But hey, I powered through it, and I still like the game. So I guess that's something to be said.
Yeah, I'm probably not gonna play that one.
I mean, you kind of liked that. What was it, Lords of the Fallen or whatever? That was kind of like a Dark Souls type.
Dude, I got nowhere in that. For as much as I got absolutely nowhere in that. Mm-hmm. Even though after when we first bought it, I played it. I think I only beat like the first boss.
Yeah. And
then I was like, I walked away for I was playing something else, and I was like, oh, here it is on Xbox Live. It's free, whatever. Download it again. I couldn't even get to the first boss this time. That's how bad I forgot about it. Like, I just couldn't figure out how I beat it last time, and I'm like, oh, this sucks. I just can't. I couldn't get the feel for it, so I stopped playing it again. It's still on the hard drive, but I just haven't played it.
Damn. Yeah, Zach's a little fucking baby and refuses to play Neo because he can't beat the first boss.
That's probably the same reason I quit.
I think he's still stuck on. We were on the dude on the boat, the very first, not the prologue, but the first like actual boss. Once you make it to Japan.
Yeah,
no, a lot of fun. Anyway, got a little sidetracked there, but I don't know. Don't you guys have like a Facebook page for the band or something that I can put in the description?
You know what? No, not yet. We actually got a new thing going.
Hey.
We got a new thing going on now. Chris and I are we hooked up with a couple other guys. We don't have a tentative name for the band, but it's just a shitty cover band. A bunch of old guys playing shitty covers of dad rock, I guess you could call it.
Yeah, dude.
No, actually, Bob, the guitar player, actually, Sue and Bob's wife work together, so that's how I met Bob. But he's an amazing guitar player. He's really good. Wade, the new drummer, just these guys are just immensely talented. But they've all been doing this. But let me put it to you this way: I'm the youngest in the band right now.
Holy shit!
So. Yeah, if that's telling you anything, and I just turned, last week or whatever, or in May rather. But yeah, I'm the youngest one in the band. But unfortunately, we haven't got anything official yet. We've only had a couple practices in, so we're still getting things together. So we haven't even decided completely on a name yet either. So
damn. Well, all right.
Other than that, if you need tires, go to Flynn's Tire in Wexford.
Oh yeah.
Give me a call. I'm your guy.
Give him a call. Hit up Matt if you need some tires, and he'll hook you right up. And then band info coming soon.
Word.
Right. Yeah. Again, any other closing thoughts on anything dad related?
Unless Zach has another dad joke. I think I imparted all my wisdom, I think, that I have.
I will say this though, at least my dad, his birthday is very close to Father's Day. So I kind of feel like, do I give him one giant bag of almonds or 2 giant bags of almonds? I decided on just the one because I feel like that's already enough, but he just fucking loves almonds, so I might have to get a second bag for Father's Day.
So maybe you should.
See, I'm still waiting on a Father's Day gift from last year and a birthday present from this year.
Yeah, well, I get fucking paid on Tuesday, all right, so you can wait a little longer.
Get him Neo.
What good does it do me? How far away from me are you? 900 miles?
I mean, Amazon exists.
Any good.
I can send you some things if I feel like it.
If I feel like it.
I just haven't found anything.
Not you got a hot girlfriend. You just forgot about dad.
Yeah, I
used
mean,
to be your best friend.
Pretty much.
You used to love me. Now you found a girl.
Yeah, well, that'll happen.
Yeah, I guess. I guess.
I do want a final, I guess, as a closing remark. Ice-T on Twitter had this Father's Day wish for everyone. Happy Motherfuckers Day.
Bless you, Ice T.
Oh yeah.
God bless.
That's great.
What a
That's
man.
great.
And you know what? I think
I actually,
go ahead.
I missed him at Rock on the Range this year because I couldn't get a good spot to listen to Body Count, but I'll get to see him at Louder Than Life. We're doing another festival this year. We decided on three different festivals this year, so
nice.
Too much music for 1 year.
Well, hey, I fucking wish I could go to concerts like you, but I have to work.
Hey, all our kids are grown.
Yeah, all your kids are grown and your wife has money, so must be nice.
Right? She takes care of me. I got a sugar mama. She takes care of me.
Yeah, no shit. You hit the fucking lottery on that one.
Tell me about it. I did, and she likes me. Like, she genuinely likes me.
Yeah, it's weird, dude. I still don't get it.
Thanks, Brennan.
No, I love you guys. I love your enabler, aka my stepmom.
Yes, she is definitely an enabler, and I say that as it's like standing here and looking at my collection of pop vinyls that she paid for most of them. Like, you have to see when you come home this summer, you have to see the room. It has expanded. Let me just say this: they're close to being worth like $1,600 total.
Holy shit!
But I have some that are like legit worth money. Like, I have a vaulted DD Ramone. Like, you can't find this one anywhere. It's worth like $170. The Sex Pistols ones that I have, they're like worth $70 or $80 a piece. So I mean, I got lucky with a lot of them. But
damn,
do you have the Jared Leto Joker pop vinyl?
I do not, because I can't stand that guy.
Hey, you know what? Jared Leto really resonates with Weaver, so you gotta be careful.
Oh, I know, Mr. Nobody. You spoke to him.
my wonderful and coherent Mr. Nobody review.
That was great, dude.
Check out episode 14.
Yeah, that was 14.
The movie just spoke to me, like, and I'm sitting there thinking, and it's funny because, like, when you mentioned that movie, like I was saying, you and I have a lot of things in common. Like, when you mentioned that movie, I was like, oh yeah, I remember that movie. That was pretty good because I actually sat down and watched it. I enjoyed it, and then you just kept going. It just really spoke to me, man. And I was like, holy shit, is this kid gonna say anything else? Like, it's just waiting, like, but it spoke to him. Like, even Brandon and I in our text messages, we were texting that. I was like, yeah, Mr. Nobody, it really spoke to me. And he knew exactly what I was talking about.
Yeah, and it sucks too because since you listen to him like usually in the car, you don't get like the video portion of it. I did actually put up a thing, like a disclaimer, be like, yeah, Weaver had a lot to drink. So. Oh
no, I saw it. I was at a stop sign and a stoplight or whatever, and I happened to glance down. I was like, every now and then I actually look at the screen to see if you did anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, I don't know, Zach, if he told you like the real reason why I really wanted to do this, because like I hear these things that you guys are talking about, and I listen to it a lot of times when I'm on my way to work, and I'm sitting in my car and I'm like yelling at the radio, like, because I have something to say. Like, Brandon makes a comment, like when you guys were talking about video games, he made a comment about the original BioShock or something, and I yelled at the radio because like I felt like I was in the room. He was talking about the first BioShock. I'm like, you're such a liar. The first time you bought it, you came upstairs 5 minutes into it because you were terrified and said you never wanted to play it again. You're so full of shit. I'm like yelling at the radio because I'm listening to you guys in the car.
Hey, now you had a chance to actually be on the podcast.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm honored. This made my day.
Yeah, see you next time.
So I gotta wait a year to be on again. I got banned.
Yeah, next time we'll try to get more dads. We'll have a panel of dads next time.
I just think that would be weird. Because I know I'm probably nothing like either one of Zach's dad. Zach or Zach's dad. I know.
You don't want my dad on the podcast.
Dude, Mike Weaver on this fucking podcast would be a legendary episode. Let me tell you. We could talk about some fucking Ben Shapiro videos.
It'd be like the most intense John Wayne film of all time. That's what it would be like. I say that as I look in the corner at his cardboard cutout of John Wayne.
Oh man. Incredible. Oh wait, you didn't even mention what you have in common with Weaver. You haven't even told him that yet.
Oh yeah, no. Well, it's not. Yeah, I am actually a fan of the Mighty Boosh.
Oh shit!
But
Awesome.
no, I haven't watched it as extensively as you have. Like, not as much as I should have. But I've watched a fair amount of episodes, and I told Brandon about that. I'm like, yeah, I can't wait to tell Zach. We're gonna totally derail your podcast, and I totally forgot about it until you reminded me. I totally forgot about it.
Nice.
I was actually watching it last night too.
No, it's not on TV anywhere, is it?
I think it used to be on Adult Swim, but I haven't watched like regular TV in like 5 years, so I just watch it. I think it's on Hulu. I think they have all 3 seasons on Hulu. I'm pretty sure last time I checked.
Okay, because I just actually started paying for Hulu again, so I'm gonna have to watch it now.
Oh yeah, I got
definitely worth a full watch.
I got that big Spotify bundle where it's Spotify and Hulu for $5 a month because I'm a student still.
Oh, yeah,
well, that's what we got too.
Mm.
That's what we got because Sue's in school. So.
Oh, lucky you. Can use your student.
Yeah, so we get Spotify for $5 a month, but the Hulu they give you is just like the general, like anybody could download it for free. It's the same one.
Really?
It has all the commercials in it.
Oh
yeah.
Shit! I thought it was like the actual. That's stupid.
No, that one costs like $12 or $13 if you do get that one.
No, that's
Yeah, so we pay $4 for Spotify, and then I just sign up for like the $10 a month Hulu thing.
Yeah.
So.
Hell yeah! I mean, I think saving money is a very dad-like thing. Cutting costs where you can.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But, I know we said we were gonna wrap up like 20 minutes ago, but
I save money to buy other dumb shit.
Exactly. And that's the funny thing too, like since I've been in the process of getting promoted at work and stuff like that, I'm like, yeah, I'm excited about getting promoted so I can make more money to funnel into stupid shit for the channel.
There used to be a commercial. It was a don't do drugs commercial. It was one of those Nancy Reagan commercials. It was like I work overtime at work to make more money so I can buy more cocaine, so I can work harder at work so I can make more money so I can buy more cocaine. And it just keeps going back and forth. There's this guy like walking around in a circle and he just keeps saying it over and over again. But
I can relate.
I can work harder at work so I can make more money to buy more. A vicious cycle.
Truly is.
Gotta work hard at work so I can make money and buy more Steam games that I won't play.
Right? It's fucking I like Humble Monthly, but my god, this shit has just filled my library.
See, I have Humble Monthly too, and I still buy games on the Steam store. I don't know what's wrong with me.
I mean, you're just a extremely compulsive buyer. I know what's wrong with you, but
I'm gonna have to log in there. I haven't looked on there to see what you've added on there lately. I have to look.
Like, I mean, I am talking here to the man that's bought Skyrim fucking at least 6 times, not all for himself.
Xbox 360, PC, PS4,
a copy for me.
Xbox 360 again. That's why I said PC twice.
Oh, okay.
Then I think I had another PC one as well. Yeah, about 6 times.
Yeah, it's been 6 fucking times. You are part of the problem. You're why they re-release it every 2 years, Weaver.
Hey, I didn't buy Skyrim for the Switch yet. And I don't have I don't have a VR headset, so I can't play Skyrim VR.
Yet.
Yet. When the Oculus becomes $20 or whatever the hell, HTC Vive.
Oh yeah.
Virtual reality dies, and everything in Goodwills or like in that bins with the SpongeBob video games at Walmart. That's when I'll get my Skyrim VR.
There you go. I don't believe you, but okay.
Actually, yeah, it's on its way. Got it on Amazon. Sorry.
I already bought it. Maxed out another credit card.
Used our Patreon money.
Yeah. Oh, you bastard. We were supposed to. Shit. What were we supposed to do with that? Unfreeze Jonas? I don't remember.
Yeah, he is frozen right now, so we have to thaw him at some point. But
I was going to ask what happened to him.
Make his
I was going to ask what
valiant
happened
return.
to him.
Just haven't talked as much lately. I mean, I still message him every now and then on Twitter, so we do still talk. But yeah, he's been busy. I know he's working full time now. I don't remember where, but yeah, he's got his own place and stuff. So yeah, we've just been kind of busy. I don't know. I did want to get him back on for an episode sometime. You know, have him make his valiant return to the show he helped start.
Reunion cast.
Yeah, seriously, But yeah, hopefully we can do that soon. But we should probably cut off this recording because it's about an hour 45, and quite frankly, I don't want to fucking listen to that much when I have to edit. So let's.
Nice, Brandon.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Thanks for the vote of confidence.
Well, no, it's just like it's kind of tedious. Like even in the ones where I don't have to cut out much, like I still want to listen through to it to like make sure it sounds good and nothing fucking went horribly wrong halfway through it, where somebody's mic just wasn't getting picked up or mine sounded like shit or whatever.
Oh yeah, I was the same way whenever I was doing many Let's Plays a day.
Oh my
Last
God,
year
yeah.
on my channel, I would watch through them all the way just in case like something went wrong.
You were doing fucking 3 episodes a day for a while. You're just wiling out.
Subscribe to Gifted Llama on YouTube. I might post something.
Maybe, if you're lucky.
Buy me Skyrim on the Switch, and I might post something. That's directed towards the audience.
There you go. That's the audience incentive for this episode.
The idea, buy something for Zach this time.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. This time, instead of Weaver buying something for you, you buy something for Weaver, and then he'll maybe make a video.
Twist. Might.
He might
schedule.
He might feel guilty and then make a video.
No, I have to because they're paying me shit.
Yeah, right? Oh, man. But anyway, thanks for listening. Thanks again, Dad, for coming on. Had a fun episode.
Hey, thanks for having me. Seriously, thanks a lot, guys. I really appreciate it. If you guys ever want me back to impart more dad wisdom, I'd be more than happy to do it. Just ask.
Nah, that'd be stupid.
That'd be dumb. I still want to do a music episode with you so I can argue with you about music.
Okay, that's fine. I can explain to you my refined palate.
I can tell you why you're wrong.
You fucking
This is why you're in.
You're a fine palette of young thug.
Yep, on repeat 24/7.
This is why you're a moron.
Young Thug and anime openings.
Oh Jesus! Never mind. I didn't ask that. Never mind.
Anyway, I think there's John Denver in there. I'm just scrolling through Spotify right now.
I blame your grandfather for that.
Yeah, I do too. He's a big old hillbilly.
John Denver, Slipknot, 2 Chains, the Holy Trinity.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely correct. You will find all 3 of those on my fucking Spotify library. Anyway, again, thanks for watching, everybody, or listening, I guess, whatever you do. And we'll see you next week.